You know what, guys? The United States definitely needs to really think about who they actually let into this country. Because eventually some of these people become citizens, but yet they leave an oppressive country and their allegiance is not to the United States of America. Oh, no. It's still to their home country. Astonishing, man. We've actually seen that, especially with the pro-Palestinian protesters out there and rioters out there in the streets. I did videos on that. The White House doesn't even look like Washington, D.C. It looks like Palestine. A bunch of people out there waving Palestinian flags. Their allegiance is to Palestine. Now, my question is, if their allegiance is to Palestine, why are they here? That actually brings me to Ilhan Omar, a radical, super radical Democrat that is in the U.S. House of Representatives. She was actually born in Somalia. And then this great nation gave her refuge when she was a little girl. But still, ever since Ilhan Omar was elected to Congress, she has shown no allegiance whatsoever to the United States of America. I believe, guys, in order for you to actually get elected to office, you're going to need to show that you actually have allegiance to this country. We do have the Pledge of Allegiance, but a bunch of radicals, man, they hate it. Ilhan Omar hates this country. She hates our freedoms. She is more concerned about a foreign nation. She's from Somalia. Okay, I get that you care about Somalia because that's where you're from. But my question is, why are you here? Why are you here if your allegiance is actually to Somalia? I'm curious about that. She's an elected official, man. The people in Minnesota actually put her in Congress. I don't know why. Because after these comments here, I believe that Ilhan Omar should be expelled from Congress. We all know she's also an anti-Semite as well. She is definitely a far leftist. The far left, man, they hate this country. They hate you. These people should not be in Congress. So, Ilhan Omar was actually speaking, I believe, in Minnesota. She was actually speaking in the Somali language to other Somalians. And there's a bunch of Somalis in this one section of Minnesota. I remember doing a video on that, and these Somalians were actually booing Ilhan Omar. But anyway, let's get into it, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member, support us just for $5 a month by clicking that join button here on YouTube. If you're watching on Rumble, click the join button as well. Get access to the same thing. We appreciate the support. So here we go, guys. Rep. Ilhan Omar says her first allegiance is to Somalian interests. Wow. So in my opinion, man, she's acting like a foreign agent, if you ask me. There's a video clip, guys, going out there. It's viral. Ilhan Omar is getting crushed because she is not pro-American. She's an American citizen, but really has no interest in being an American. Astonishing, man, how the far left always slams this country all the time. Her allegiance is not to this country. She even says she's looking out for the best interests of Somalians, a foreign country, foreign people. When you actually get into Congress, you're supposed to be representing in the best interests of American people. Astonishing. Let's go ahead and watch this clip here, guys. It's in the Somali language here. I'm going to stop and read some of this too because there's subtitles. to give a little bit more context here. So let's play it.
Annaga haddii aan nahay dad Soomaali ah waxaan nahay dad isjecel waa laga yaabaa meelaha qaarkood inaan isku xagxagano laakiin haddii runtii ay imaato waxaan nahay dad isku tashto.
Okay, she's talking about being Somalian, and also, by the way, the context in this is that there is some friction over there in Somalia between Somalia and I believe Ethiopia. And there's this other part of Somalia that wants to break away of something like this. It's called like Somaliland or something like that. Yeah, so that's the context right there.
Dad walaala ah, dad dhiig lah, dad isku og inay
people of the same blood who know they are Somalians first, Muslims second, who protect one another to each other's aid, to the aid of other Muslims too. Right there. She said it. Then it says here, a couple of days ago, we heard some people who call themselves Somalis talking about Somaliland.
In qaar Soomaali ah ama Soomaali sheegato in Ethiopia ay la galeen maba aqaan af Soomaali wixii lagu dhaho agreement heshiis Maxamuud Nuur hadda aniga Soomaaliga badiyo soo ceeb ma aha.
Right there, look. Many Somalians have personally called me to encourage me to speak to the U.S. government. Foreign people want her to represent them. People from a foreign nation. Wow.
Ilhan dowladda Mareykanka inaan la hadashid waaye dowladda Mareykanka maxay ka qabanaysaa?
And help Somalia. And right there, I believe it said they wanted to know what the U.S. government could do for Somalia to ensure the MOU never turns into a full bilateral government. Is that in the best interest of America? I don't think so. I really don't. America loves to get into foreign conflicts, and there's enough going on right now that we don't need to be. Actually, guys, we don't need to be involved in any of these wars, to tell you the truth.
jawaabteedu waxay ahayd dawladda Mareykanka waxay ka qabanaysaa wixii annaga aan dhahno dawladda Mareykanka.
She says, my answer to Somalians was that the U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do.
waa kalsoonidaas inaan isku qabno annaga Soomaali haddii aan nahay.
They will do what we want and nothing else. They must follow our orders. And that is how we will safeguard the interests of Somalia. Wow. Right there, we Somalians must have that confidence in ourselves that we call for the shots in the U.S. We live in the U.S., pay taxes in the U.S., and have a real voice.
intii aniga aan Congress joogo wadanka Soomaaliya biyaheeda dad kaleeta iyo badeeda dad kale ma qaadanaya.
She's talking about Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters will not be stolen by Ethiopia or others as long as I'm in the U.S. Congress.
wadanka Mareykankana kuma taagin.
The U.S. would not dare to support anyone against Somalia to steal our land or oceans. This woman is not representing the U.S. She is representing a foreign country. Okay, I can't take all these subtitles anymore, guys. I really can't. Ilhan Omar is getting destroyed for this. This right here, Denver Ruggleman says, Ilhan Omar is a disgraceful representative. Marjorie Taylor Greene comes out and says, terrorist sympathizer Ilhan Omar, in her own words, Somalian first, Muslim second. She never mentions America. She flaunts her position as Congresswoman to protect Somalia's border while our border is invaded by millions of illegals who are a danger to America. Right. Ilhan Omar is perfectly okay with our border getting invaded, but she wants to protect a foreign border. What's this last part that Marjorie Taylor Greene said? She says, these people hate America, and they're so emboldened to the Democrats' disdain for our country, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. Get out and vote in 2024. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring every like-minded patriot who you know to the polls. We the people have a country to save. Yeah, we cannot allow people like Ilhan Omar to be in our government. You got to vote these people out. Now, it's highly unlikely that she's actually going to get voted out, being in Minnesota. Now, she realized that she's getting a bunch of backlash. She put this statement out. She says, it's not only slanted, but completely off. Talking about that video. But I wouldn't expect more from these propagandists. I pray for them and for their sanity. No nation state can survive if its states start to get involved in land lease negotiations with other countries without the consent of the federal government. Somalis in Somalia and in the diaspora are united in their effort, and I stand in solidarity with them. No amount of harassment and lies will ever change that. So she's basically confirming this video is true. This is the real deal right here. Wow. I mean, this is astonishing, man. Astonishing. Ilhan Omar must be gone. She really should be expelled from Congress, for all the anti-Semitic stuff she actually says. But this right here, man, pretty much acting as a foreign agent for Somalia. Yeah, that should actually get you kicked out. It's expelled. But will she actually be expelled? No, she won't. And Republicans aren't going to do anything for sure in the House. They were too busy, expelling George Santos for allegations. Bob Menendez in the Senate, he's still there, Democrat. Astonishing. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.